One thing I'm quite proud of is how resilient I've been. I mean, obviously getting kicked from Fnatic during that moment was hard for me, but I'm happy that I was able to bounce back and really just be the player that I want to be.
Hey guys, this is Pedro and I'm back with a brand new interview again covering VCT EMEA Kickoff. I'm here accompanied by Mistic of Team Liquid following their 2-0 series win over Movistar Koi in said competition. So Mystic, I really appreciate you taking the time, like I said before, and it's pretty interesting seeing you in a different uniform. Seeing you with Fnatic and then Apeks and now with Liquid. So first off, just covering your new team, what's the situation, what's the experience like, the feeling like, being in Liquid, getting to VCT EMEA, after spending last season with Apex. So what's the feeling like for you right now?
Um, I don't know. I'm happy right now. I mean, it's good to be back home. It feels like home. To be here in VCT, and yeah, I've got a great team surrounding me, and obviously Team Liquid are amazing. They've done a lot for us already in a short amount of time, and yeah, I'm looking forward to see what else we can bring.
Oh, for sure. And like I said before, last season you were with Apex and you basically had to fight your way back to VCT. Although you guys didn't end up winning Ascension, you did receive the call up to join Liquid. And so just looking at your overall road to get to this point from in 2023 up until now, what do you feel you had to change the most within yourself as an individual in order to be at your current position in Liquid and just returning to tier one?
I think. I mean, one thing I'm quite proud of is how resilient I've been. I mean, obviously getting kicked from Fnatic during that moment was hard for me, but I'm happy that I was able to bounce back and really just be the player that I want to be, and it kind of express myself in the game. Then, uh, yeah, and it's great. Obviously, I've been put back on the controller role for a year now as well. I've been in Apex, so yeah, it's feeling nice, and uh, yeah, I got a good team around me to help as well. So yeah, happy.
Yeah, and I would say your transition has been seamless in the sense that you are surrounded by familiar teammates. Of course, Keiko and then Enzo from Apex, and just having them play alongside Yampi and Nats in that TL squad. And so, how has it been just trying to fit in with your new teammates technically, in addition to Nats and Yampi? So, how has that transition been like for you?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, I've got a couple of previous teammates still playing with me, which is great to have and as it goes for the new boys, well, we're the new boys, but the new boys for us, it's great. Like Yampi and Nats, I think we have uh great personalities within the team, and we're able to just get along super easily. Um, me and Ayers me and Nat, sorry, we're roommates and we sit next to each other and all that, so we've been getting on quite well. And Yampi's always cracking jokes, and I always play off of him, so it's nice to have someone like that in the team as well. Um, but yeah, the fact that we have us three from Apex and these two individual players that are just great at what they do, and some say the best at what they do, which is a nice feeling to be a part of. So yeah, it's been quite easy and seamless, I suppose.
Yeah, of course. And talk to me about Kiko because he popped off specifically, well, for the entire series, but more so in the first map in Icebox where he pulled off 37 kills, 427 ACS, and obviously highest rating 186. And so, how have you viewed his performance in line with his overall progression? Because then again, he's pretty young. His debut in VCT EMEA Tier 1, ish. So, how have you viewed his performance in particular?
I mean, he's one of those players where you kind of expect it sometimes. I'm not surprised he dropped that many kills, but I'm also proud of him. Showing up on the day, and like this isn't the height of Kiko. I see you can see a lot more of him in the future to come. So yeah, obviously I'm proud of him, and uh, I'm happy to be along his on his team and not on the enemy team. That's for sure. Um, but yeah, good on him.
course, of course. And you mentioned a little bit about changing your roles earlier on in the conversation. How has that been for you in particular? Because of course you said you played in smokes and a little bit of sage for this match. So how has that transition been for you in particular? You know, as an individual in line with roles and stuff of that nature.
I mean, it's been kind of an easy transition. I mean, when Valorant first came out, I was probably a controller main, as people would say, and yeah, towards the end of Fnatic, I was put on the initiator role, so we were able to allow Boaster on that controller position. So yeah, I did that for the team, and then when I got uh, removed from Fnatic and joined Apeks, I thought it was a good time to start fresh again and put me back on the role that I enjoy and I think I can thrive in. So yeah, it's great. And for the Sage today, I mean, I think I think I'm one of the good sages out there. That's for sure. Like, it's just that today that Geo was just popping off, and sorry, Kiko was popping off, and I was just there to facilitate him, which is nice to see. I'm just like, all right, let's double peek Geo peaks kills 3, and I'm like, oh, okay, I don't have to do anything. This is an easy game for me, but at the beginning of the game, let's just say it wasn't so easy. So we had to definitely have that fight in us, and I'm glad that the team were able to find that. And yeah, it's not our best of Valorant we've displayed, which is also partly a good thing because we haven't showed what we can like really be. So maybe we surprise some more teams as well.
Yeah, and also the fact that it's just the first series of the year, and there's a lot more series to come out of this team, and also for yourself in particular. But going a little bit deeper into new role issue, I want to know how has like the recent changes to the game and how this focus emphasis on versatility and just being flexible, how has that shaped this team and their approach towards compositions, strategization, and the like. So how has the recent changes affected that kind of stuff for TL in particular?
Well, in Liquid, we have quite defined roles. So obviously, we have me on the controller, Nats on the Sentinel, and so on. But we also have the likes of Yampi, Enzo can flex a little bit too. And like I said, I'm happy to play the Sage on Icebox. So I don't think it's really an issue for us at the moment. Um, and I think what we have right now is a solid foundation. Say the meta changes in the future, I think we also have the ability to adapt and pick it up quickly as well. Because I think in this team we have very smart players, and yeah, I think it wouldn't take us much time to adjust.
Of course, of course. And one more question before we wrap it up, because we have so little time for me to ask so many questions. But that said, now that you're back in tier 1, competing with the rest of the teams, do you got any opponents that you most want to take on? And another part for that, now that it's brought up to my mind, what do you feel is going to be the biggest thing obstacle that you're going to face now that you're back in tier 1 for the future?
Wait, can you repeat the end bit of that question? Sorry, I didn't.
Yeah. Well, biggest obstacle for you in your
Obstacle.
position in tier 1, for the future.
I think, I mean, to start off, I think we have some great matchups. I'm sure other people would love to see as well. One being Fnatic with that past, and like the likes of like even Vitality that have safe. Even today was a quite interesting game because obviously Shadow was on the other team and he's an ex teammate of mine as well. So we've got some bangers coming up this season, and it's exciting. In terms of obstacles, I think we are our biggest obstacles. If we are able to play our game and you know focus on what we have prepared and what we are, what we can produce individually. I think we should be able to beat most of the teams in the EMEA. Yeah.
Of course, and hopefully you're able to do exactly that. Mystic, thank you so much for taking the time for doing this interview. Really appreciate it. Best of luck to the team, but most importantly to you, man, for the future.
Thank you very much.